Dad, you come here for a minute, please?
What's up? What's up, man?
How these hamburgers look to you?
Oh, those supposed to be hamburgers?
Yeah. Dad, come on,
Man, no, for real. Those look like some black puffed up balls, dog. What happened with that, man?
I don't know.
You remember what we talked about? What happened?
I don't know. Probably let them cook too long, I guess.
Yeah. So, what I'm seeing here, man, there's a lot of things we need to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things we need to talk about. But before we do that, you got some on your shirt right here. Let me get it. Hold your hand up.
What?
Yeah. Slowly walk away. Slowly walk away from the grill.
Dad, I got friends coming over.
Slowly walk away from the grill. Come on. Those don't even look like hamburgers, man. Come on, man. We've been over this. Those don't even look like hamburgers, man. All right. I got you, though. I got you. All right. Have you ever bitten into a hamburger and you know first bite that thing just wasn't right? You know what I'm saying? The patty is all tight, compacted, just drying your mouth out with every bite. If you've experienced that, then stay tuned. You're gonna watch this video, because today we're gonna break down this whole hamburger process, right? From meat selection, prep, all the way through the grilling phase. So let's admit it, ground beef is not priced like it used to be. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna put some burgers on the grill, you need to be trying to make the most out of every cook. So we're gonna break down this whole burger process. So if that sounds good to you, then let's dive in. For this cook, we're using about a pound of 75 to 25 ground beef. I like using a little more fat here because it gives you a little more forgiveness during the cook. Leaner burgers can dry out pretty fast if your fire gets too aggressive. That extra fat content helps keep things juicy while everything cooks through. We're keeping the seasoning super simple today. Just a little salt and pepper. Use whatever seasoning you like, but for this cook, we want the focus to stay on the burger itself and how we use our grilling skills to build the flavor. And notice we're not overworking the meat here. We're just bringing everything together enough to form the patties. A lot of people pack burgers too tightly before they even hit the grill. That changes the texture and can make the burger feel dense once it cooks. We want these patties to stay fairly loose while still holding their shape. We're not making meatballs out here, you know what I'm saying? We're also gonna put a small dimple in the middle of the patties. As the burger cooks, the outside tightens up faster than the center, and that can cause the middle to puff up. And when people see burgers puffing up, that's usually when they start pressing down and squeezing the moisture out. We'll talk more about that once these burgers hit the grill. Sticking in on our charcoal, and those are ready. Y'all see that? That's what we talk about on the channel. No dirty smoke coming from the top. That flame is up there licking the top. You can see that orange glow. When you're using a chimney starter like this with no lighter fluid, you don't have to wait for them to ash over. That's go time right there. Y'all see that? That's go time. Now let's get our grill set up so we can start grilling. Some people ask me, hey Keith, when you light your chimney starter, why don't you just use the bag? Why you use these paper towels, y'all? And that's the reason why. If I were to use that bag, I would have ashes everywhere, and those ashes can kind of get into your coal bed and get into the flavor of your food. That's why I use what I use in paper towels, because you have less ash generation, right? So we could put them in there and let them burn up, but I'm just gonna simply pick it up, pop it in the chimney, and let's get it out of here. So that right there is why I use paper towels instead of the bag, for all of y'all who've been asking me. let's go ahead and get our burgers on the grill. So first up, y'all, let's go ahead and get our burgers on. My grill kind of, there we go. Get our patties on right there. Kind of in the middle there. Get this patty on right there. Kind of in the middle. I got some onions right here I want to put on, but first thing I want to do, y'all, I want to put our wood on. I'm gonna add this little small wood chunk here, some hickory. This is gonna give us some additional flavor here. So, add some hickory there. Got a little foil pack. I'm gonna put our foil pack at the top there. There you go. So I need to hit it. Go ahead and get that closed off in there. All right, y'all, so we've got the hamburgers on the Weber. The plan is I'm gonna let them go for about 10 minutes, indirect. Then we're gonna come in and temp them. And once we hit that temperature range I wanna hit, I'll talk to you about what the next step is. So let's just recap what we've done so far, right? Today we're talking about how to prevent those dry hamburgers. So it goes all the way back to meat selection. You wanna get you a good blend of ground beef that has enough fat content that's gonna help you with moisture, right? I like that 75-25 myself, and 80-20 is a good blend. But if you start to go leaner than that, you gotta be careful, right? Because the likelihood of you drying that burger out is gonna get higher and higher. So definitely be mindful of that. When we were prepping our burgers, what did we talk about there? Don't overwork that ground beef. What I mean by overworking is that some people get to the patty part and they just keep on doing this like 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Working it, patting it, compacting it. And just think about it. Every time you work it, every time you form it, mash it, you're getting it tighter and tighter. What I like to do, I want my ground beef to be loose, but I want it to be formed. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be loose, but I want it to be formed. You can do that with your hand. They got some presses you can use. Whatever you use, just remember, don't overwork it. Don't overwork it. Seasoning, and that seasoning is up to you, right? Whatever you want to do, be creative. Today we just use salt and pepper, and that'll get the job done for us. After that, we put a little dimple at the top, right? What that dimple is going to do is leave us room for expansion. You know what I mean? Because what happens is a lot of people get into trouble on the grill is because as those burgers cook, they'll start pressing down with their spatula. And why are they doing that? They doing that because the burger is puffing up, right? So now we got to talk about what makes the burger puff up. Well, it's going to puff up because the outside is cooking faster than the inside, and that's going to tighten up the outside, and it's going to make that middle rise up. So how do you avoid that, right? Well, the dimple is going to have you get more expansion area. That'll help you out there. I've heard people say the dimple doesn't work. Well, the dimple isn't going to work if you're using a too aggressive of a heat. You know what I'm saying? Because the faster that outside cooks, the more it's going to want to puff up. So that was one of the reasons why I went indirect today. First off, just to show you that technique, right? Our charcoal estimate, we went about a half a chimney for 2 burgers. We're not using an aggressive heat. The more aggressive your heat is when you're cooking these burgers like this, that's going to want to make them rise up and puff up on you. Then you'll have to smash it down. And what happens when you smash it down? The moisture runs out. You know what I'm saying? So when you're cooking burgers like this, just think about it. Think about the things we talked about and try it out the next time you cook. But we're just getting into this cook now. We're going to let these burgers go indirect for about 10 minutes. And once 10 minutes is up, we'll check on them and we'll come back and I'll talk to you about the next step. All right, y'all, it's been 10 minutes on the burger, so let's come in and I want to just temp them and see where we are. Oh yeah, so I see that hickory still lighting, so let's go ahead and get a temp on these. It's 103 there. Yep, still coming on. 115 back there, y'all. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this closed. But I like where we are so far. Here we go. So yeah, we're gonna let this go probably another maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll come right back. Hold on, and we'll be right back. All right, y'all. After 10 minutes, we checked our burgers. We got an internal temp of around 117 degrees Fahrenheit, right? 110, 117 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm totally okay with that, because we know our safe to eat temp for ground beef is 160 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm trying to work our way there. Because the game plan for today, once I get to 150, we're then gonna take it from the indirect zone and go directly over the coals and get a good sear. You know what I'm saying? So the name of the game today is just pacing the cook. And now, how does that relate to dry hamburgers? Well, the way it relates to dry hamburgers is fire management, heat control, temperature control. If you come out the gate too hot and you subject those burgers to that intense heat like that, that can cause them to tighten up as well. So today we're just working through a different technique for burgers. If you've been grilling burgers direct and you haven't had much success and they've been drying out on you, this technique right here is something you can do to switch it up and try to see if that helps you retain more of the moisture inside your burgers. And one thing we didn't do, you didn't see me press on anything, you didn't see me do any of that. I just took my temp, my instant read, stuck it down there to get a reading. And even with the instant read, I can tell those burgers are still loose. You know what I'm saying? They're not tight. So yeah, I think we're right where we need to be. I'm gonna let this go maybe 5 or 10 minutes because I don't want to overshoot 160. I want to ease our way there. Then I'll be right back. Oh yeah, another thing. That hickory chunk I added, that was for flavor. Something we talk about on the channel is the smoke absorption window, right? And the smoke absorption window is gonna be early in the cook. Before that crust starts to set up on a protein, before you get that bark, right? That's when it could absorb more smoke, or more smoke can stick to that protein during that phase. So I said, heck, let's take advantage of it. So that's why I put that hickory chunk on there. And you saw I didn't put a large one. That was a little small one, y'all. We only got 2 hamburgers on here. Ain't no need to overdo it, because you can overdo it with wood really quickly. So that's why I put that small chunk on there. So yeah, let this go for another 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll be right back. All right, y'all, it's been about 5 minutes, and let's go ahead and get a temp check on this ground beef. Oh yeah, I'm liking that color. See our wood chunk, I'm just looking at my coal bed, we're good. Our onions are in there doing their thing, I can hear them sizzling. So let's just go ahead and get a temp on these. Yep, 130. Make sure y'all can see that. 137. Yep, we're cooking even. I'm liking that. It's easing up into the pocket, y'all. I like that. Easing into the pocket. Yeah. Easing into the pocket. Yep. Yeah. What I want to do, let's seeing this one's reading a little bit higher, so I'm just gonna get my spatula. Gonna move him up here. Move this one down here. Put that right there. There we go. All right, y'all. I'm gonna let this go another 5 minutes, and I think after another 5 minutes we'll be ready to move it to zone number 1 over here, a hot zone, and get to searing. So hold on, and we'll be right back. All right, y'all, it's been 5 minutes. Let's go in here and see how we're doing. Oh yeah, let's get our instant read. Get my thermometer here, y'all. See how we doing. Oh, those onions are smelling good. Wish y'all can smell them onions, boy. Them onions smelling good right there. Yep, 147. Yep, we right there, y'all. 43, we good. Easing into 150. Now let's start searing. So what I'm gonna do, move this over right here. Y'all hear that? There we go. Now let's work on this sear. There we go. There we go. Y'all see that? That's that flavor right there. I'm not pressing down on it. No need to do that. I'm just trying to build up that crust. I don't want to take it too far right here. I think that's enough. Now let's bring it off it. There we go. Now let's bring it off. Now let's come back and check internal temperatures. Alright, got a nice sear on both sides. Burger didn't fall apart on us. Y'all see that? Burger's still intact. Now let's get an internal temp. Where we looking? Yeah, that's it. We're hitting it, y'all. Hitting it. That one right there. Yep, we're hitting it right there too. Yep, hitting it. There we go. We right where we need to be. Now, let's go ahead and add our cheese to it, y'all. I don't know how y'all like y'all's burgers, but I like a little cheese melted on mine. At this point, you can pull them. You can do them however you want to do them. Got the onions over there. I know those onions probably nice and soft over there. Now we're gonna just add our cheese right here. Yeah, we're gonna let our cheese melt. Hold on too, y'all. I'm forgetting something. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. I almost forgot, y'all. We gotta get our buns toasted. Man, we gotta do it right today. And when I'm toasting these buns like this, man, I think about my grandmother. My paternal grandmother passed away a few years ago, and man, I got vivid memories of her being in the kitchen making up burgers. And she used to love a toasted bun. So grandmama, I miss you. I love you. And yeah, this cookie's for you. I love you. So yeah, y'all, we're gonna let these buns do their thing now. These buns too, right? You can't do too much to them, y'all. You don't want it doing too much, but I do like toasting that bun on both sides. Not overdoing it though. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I need right there. At some point, you could put a little butter on there too if you want to. Put a little butter on that bun and toast it up real quick. But yeah, I'm excited about this burger, y'all. There's a certain flavor profile I'm going for, right? I want to see how this burger gonna taste. Certain flavor profile that I got in my head, right? That I want to try to hit, especially with doing that hickory chunk like that. So yeah, our buns are nice and good. That cheese is coming on, y'all. Let me go get our stuff. So once this comes off, we can fix it up and plate it up. So hold on and we'll be right back. All right, y'all, that's nice, perfect. The cheese is nice and melted. So let's go ahead and get these burgers built, y'all. Get this bottom part off here. We got a little mayo action right here. I know y'all can see that. Oh yeah, right there. Put them onions down at the bottom like that. Set them on top like that. Burger right here. Set them on top like that. Let's go ahead and put that capstone on there. Boom. Boom. All right, y'all. Here are these burgers all plated up, ready to go. We got our buns toasted on both sides. Y'all saw that. We got some mayo and we got our mayo and mustard, melted cheese, 2-zone hamburgers. Man, I'm feeling really good about this, y'all. The only thing is left is the taste test. Oh yeah, we got those smothered onions down there too. Hold on, y'all. Let me get ready. Let's go ahead and do this taste test. Hold on, and we'll be right back. All right, y'all. Only thing left is to taste them. Let's go. This right there, y'all see that color? Let's get into it. Ooh, hey. Y'all, they not dry. That depth of flavor is on point. I'm excited. These burgers are banging. That 2-zone ain't no joke, y'all. Wow. The ground beef is flavorful. I can taste the onions with the Dale sauce. I can taste the hickory in the background, but it's not overpowering. That bun is toasted, giving it a nice texture. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna have to do this again, y'all. We're gonna have to do this again. I'm loving this. Perfect, man. Y'all give this a try. 2-zone hamburgers. Don't dry them out. Take your time. Pay attention to the details, but more than that, man, enjoy the cook. Enjoy being outside. Enjoy grilling for your family. Enjoy another day God is giving you to enjoy this life. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Until next time, grill boldly, serve proudly, and enjoy the process. Man, I just whipped up some burgers. They were on point, man. So you need to go back and watch this video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because those burgers I saw, some of the things we covered in the video might have been your problem. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Coming out the gate too hot with the heat, right?
Yeah.
Your ground beef, maybe overworking it, a bit too compact. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you got to work the grill, man. You got to work the fire. Even though you may have a 2-zone fire set up, that don't mean you just chill and not be attentive. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I got you though, right? Just keep practicing, keep working at it.
Okay.
Wait a minute, you got something on your shirt right there. Let me get it.
Where?
And it's on the other side.
Where?
Let me get it.
Where?
Right here, let me get it.
Stop.
Thank you so much for watching Daddy DIY Grilling. Until next time, grill boldly, serve proudly, and enjoy the process. I want to give a big shout out to our channel members. It's because of your generous support that we're able to keep creating and sharing these grilling resources. You're a huge part of this community, and we couldn't do it without you.